if you're new to this channel, I am a worker for Source and I channel directly Source. So a rock just landed right next to me and I think I need to make the people aware that I'm right here. Okay, there we go. Just had to make sure that I don't get hit by a rock. Okay, so I am sitting here next to the Sihl, that is one of the rivers next to the Limmat that runs through the city of Zurich, and I was just told to come here because there's a message that needs to come through me today. And there are elementals here, there are bees, there are butterflies, and lots of other insects and just beautiful plants around here. And so just know that everything is with us, and I was told to make sure that the water is in the background so that you can feel the energy, because there is so much going on around you right now, and everything that is going on around you can lead you to distract yourself. Okay, all of the things that are going on around you are distractions. They're distractions pulling you away from yourself and who you are meant to be. And you are meant to be the frequency of one, the creator of creators for your heaven on earth. Okay, that's what I'm hearing right now. Okay, and this message right now is coming directly to you from Source without any distractions, let's say, from other archetypes, because this is what you need to hear right now. You are the one, you are the chosen one. But I'm not talking about the same kind of chosen one that other people are talking about. Because no one chose you except yourself. You are the one who chose you. So it's no one chose you. Listen to the words, listen to the frequency, listen to the vibration, because everything is frequency and vibration, and it is your energy that creates the reality that comes through you, comes around you. Be careful with what you say, because your words create your reality. So when you are talking about pain, that word is a word that I don't use. I exchange it for the word discomfort, because pain brings a very distinctive, in any language, a very distinctive energy with it. And that energy you can identify with that energy. So a lot of people say I have pain instead of I'm experiencing discomfort. Can you hear the difference? Can you feel the difference? Can you experience that shift in vibration and frequency, when you experience something, you are not identifying with it? Because when we identify with something, that means that we are holding an attachment to what confirmation. We are holding an attachment to the thing that we are having. And so what would happen if you weren't attached to whatever pain that you're experiencing? What if you release the attachment to it? What if who would you be if you release the attachment to that thing that you are identifying with, and say, okay, I am experiencing this is something that I am choosing? Because that's very hard to look at once you see, when you have to see that you are the one choosing the experience. This isn't happening to you, it is happening through you, and it can only happen because you choose it to happen, because you are putting your energy, your vibration, your frequency, your attention into that. So what would happen if you would let that go? Who would you be? And the thing is that a lot of people prefer to hang on to the depressed self, to the traumatized self, to the survivor self, because who would they be? Who would you be if you weren't attached to that, if you weren't identifying with that identity anymore? Who would you be? And the thing is that most people say, I don't know. And that is a lazy answer, okay? You do know, you're just not allowing yourself to experience it. You're not allowing yourself to have it. And so we all have attachments. I have attachments. However, I choose to attach myself to the identity who is having fun, who is just experiencing an amazing life. And yes, there are challenges, but I get to experience those things not as punishment, but as what they are. An obstacle that has come up to show me something. Totally objective. Like, I can feel angry. Like, there are feelings. My human will have a feeling about it. And then I get to have that feeling because I am a human being, just like you are. We are here to be fully human. We are here to have all the emotions, the whole range of them, which is beautiful because when we leave this body, we don't get to have that experience anymore. We don't get to be the human being that we are now with the frequency that we came here to be, with all the emotions and all the energetic blueprints that we set ourselves up to do and to have and to create, okay? And so when you have gone, like when you have let go of that identity, you get to choose a new one. And that new identity can be amazing and beautiful. But then your conditioning comes back and says, who am I who gets to be that person, that happy person, okay, that person that I used to judge? Well, the reason you judge that person, that happy person, is because you felt resonance with that person and you knew exactly that that is the person that you are meant to be. That is the person who you are. You judged that person because you were judging yourself. You were judging yourself for not being that person, and you were shaming yourself instead of loving yourself, instead of giving yourself that amazing compassion. That you are a human being on this human earth doing human things, and at the same time you are the divine, you are the creator, you are the source, you are the abundance, you are the thing that is creating your reality. And when you start to really go inside yourself and look at the way that you are thinking your thoughts, and look and observe, and it doesn't mean that you use your eyes. It means that once a thought comes up, because it took me a while to understand this, to get this, to understand this, is okay, there's a thought coming up. This thought is not mine. I get to look at it, I get to see it, and I get to choose, do I want to continue with this, or do I want to let it go and can consciously create a new thought? Because you are the thinker of your thoughts, you are not the thoughts. And you always have a choice to think the thoughts that you have. So what are you to attach to? If you weren't attached to the thoughts that you're having right now, what kind of thinker would you be? And do you want to change that? Because what would happen if you let go of that suffering self and stepped into an abundant self, the one that you really are? It would feel uncomfortable. It would feel fucking uncomfortable. Why does it feel uncomfortable? It's not because it's bad. It feels uncomfortable because it's new. That's why. Because you've never done it before. All new things feel uncomfortable at the beginning. When you took your first step as a child, as a toddler, you fell down. But did you think, oh no, I took the first step, it didn't work out, now I'm going to stay here on my butt the whole day? No, you didn't. You got up again and you took the second step. And that felt uncomfortable as well because your muscles were not used to taking steps. But then you stood up again and you took the third step, and then you took the fourth step, and then you took the fifth step. And little by little, your muscles remembered their functionality, which was to use those two legs to walk forwards, walk backwards, walk sideways. And in a very, very short amount of time, you were running. And because it felt normal. Okay, so here's one thing that you can do to trick your brain is to say, when you're doing something new, this is normal. There you go. That's a whole trick. It's so easy. It's so easy. Life is meant to be easy. Life isn't meant to be hard. If you are resonating with me right now, it is because your life is meant to be easy. It is because you are here to live abundantly. Not everyone is. Not everyone chose to do that. At least not in this round of a lifetime. But in a very, very short amount of time, because when you leave this planet again, energetically, you will reincarnate and you go over again. So you get to go through your karmic lines again, and what will come through is that life will be the abundant one. Or now this is the amazing thing about free will. You came here to remember who you are. You are unconditional love. I'm going to say that again. You are unconditional love. That's who you are. That is the frequency that everyone carries with them. And not because they don't have it. It is because they've put so many blankets on top of it that it's being so covered up that it doesn't come out very strongly. But everyone radiates unconditional love, even if it's a teeny tiny little bit. Okay, so didn't know that was going to come out. Well, I am going to give you some light language so that you can harmonize with the energy of the water and to ground yourself into the fact that you are remembering who you are, even though you're understanding the concept, but more and more you are also feeling it. And you are trusting your body more and more. Okay, so I'm going to give you this light language activation so that you can trust your body even more. Of course, foko ye he ya fuka ya kroki ya faka ineku huku ye foko meya fake shake faka frahia hana ya foko ya nakia foko hia naka fe he ha foya fuhia maha faya fia huku no fuya ne fufu man fuya na faya ya shu fufu nyam fu ye fia fia fofo ya fika fuya fia fia for you fufu ya fia fia for fuya no fufu ya here free fufu ya no ya fufu ya na mia fia fufu fuya me ya fia fufu ya na fia fufu ya fufu ya ni fia fia fufu ya free ya fufu ya na ya fa ya fia fufu ya na fia fufu ya fia ya fufu ya na fo ya wa ya na fo 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 ya fo ya fia ya fia fo ya na fo ya na ya fia fo ya fo ya na ya ni ya fo ya na fo ya na fia fufu Fuyana ya fatia fufu na fire na fire betia fire fufu na foya na fufu ya fia fire fufu fire foya fire ta fe fufu ya for fia do fufu ya fia fufu ya fia fufu ya kuya fire betia foya for the fia fufu ya ma ya foya de ya fufu ya do you fufu ya ni ya fufu ya para ya fufu ya fire fia foya fia fufu ya fia Something else is coming through. Anaya shata tuini miara sata ko no kuyana krakes. Kato on the queenie make rakes. Kata kiana korkoyana kaya shata kono korkoyana kiana krakete kia shata kia korkoya seti kiana kuani kiana kaya shata kana krai. Yanaya shata kina korkoyana kia shata kono kuyana kia shata ono kiana kia mama maria sata kiana ko ono koi sata kiana krakaya shata kono kuyana kia taka. The rea shana kono yana krakaya shata ono kiana kraya sata kia nikia nikiana wound should tukuni kiana kiana ka akai te kiana ku'un kuini kinaka arakia shatu ku'un kuini kinaka ate kiana kuni shatu kini kiti ku'un kuini kina ana lesa tukuni kiana karae. Okay, there we go. I know you got exactly what you needed. You heard exactly what you needed to hear because I did. And I'm getting a little bit of a throat chakra upgrade right now. I'm being here. And so if you got any value from this, please like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever you feel called to. And what would also be amazing is if you dropped a comment about how this made you feel. Because I can't make you feel anything. Only you can make you yourself feel something. Any of my personal readings or coaching lessons, coaching sessions, human design consultants, please click in the description box below. You'll find all of my offerings there. And if you feel called to, there's also a PayPal link in the show notes if you want to just donate because you found value in this, because I'm not monetized yet on YouTube. So that would be amazing. And drop a comment, do some engagement, because when we engage with these types of messages, this is then what the algorithm will start to propagate, will start to spread. Instead of commenting on all the lower frequency messages, when you just comment on the higher frequency messages, that shows the algorithm that this is what people want to see, that this is important, and it will just start propagating more and more of these messages. And I'm not saying it's going to be my messages, I'm going to say it's going to be all of them. So thank you very much for listening, and I know that you got exactly what you needed. Thank you very much. Hasta luego.
Thank you for listening to the Wyrdisch podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing it with a friend or leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Join us next week for a deep dive into the history of witchcraft in Europe.
Every crazy thing you've seen, every vision, every dream, nobody would believe me. That's your energy, vibration and frequency. You're not broken, you don't need healing. You're the one you're looking for, darling. You don't need saving, you need reminding. You're already hard alive. So stop shrinking and shine bright. You're not